Today's video, we're going to talk about ABTC ABML. It's been 3rd of February, the last time since we spoke about ABML, so it's been a while. A few good weeks. I've been so busy covering all our mining stocks in the lithium plays, all this craziness that's been going on, plus unfortunately the terrible stuff that's going on in Ukraine as well. So been very busy, looking forward to covering this. Let's go. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope of course you are all well. Today's video is on ABML ABTC, as I said. So let's get straight into it. If we look at it since the 3rd of February, the stock is up about 8.6%, and on the month up around 33%. No difference on the last 5 trading days, which is phenomenal, especially considering all the terrible news that is coming out of Ukraine at the moment. I'm not going to speak any more about it. I've done videos on it and I'll share the link to the war video. In summary, media do a lot of changing the narrative to suit their own story. I have been doing a lot of listening and reading into the France 24, Russian Today, BBC News, UK stuff, USA obviously as well. And then I've been looking at the Bloomberg, your CNBCs, to see what way even the media is being spun coming out of the financial sector. And not one story is the same, they're all a bit different. And it can all cloud your judgment. So I just prefer to stick to the charts. I did play a bit of the news and it was a mixed bag of a week, to be honest. So I just prefer to work on the charts because what can't speak can't lie, and I like that. That's the ABML chart. We will get into the detailed TA because there's something very exciting playing out. But before we do, let's have a look at this. A bit more construction pictures. Look, this I share this on my Instagram and stuff, and if you haven't added me, get added me. Progress is going phenomenally well. The weather looks lovely as well. A bit more of the collaboration deal coming through here as well. That came out on February the 7th, but that's good to see. Again, more progress pictures, lovely videos. You see the walls now, so all precast walls, pre-made, straight up. Donald Trump will be proud of that wall. That looks phenomenally good. All precast, all pre-filled, and that will save a lot of time with concrete pours. So it's a nice slick structure, pure concrete, solid. And just some more industry news then. They've attended conferences. And this is pretty cool as well. The top 10 new battery companies of 2022, our partner here has received that, which is obviously good. They're obviously big players in the space and they're being recognized at that. And this is the kind of thing that we've been waiting on. Starting to see deals coming through, breakthroughs. A vision for lithium-ion battery recycling in the US. American battery technology company takes another step towards a combustion-free future by securing a $2 million contract for lithium-ion battery recycling commercial demonstrations. And again, talking about our partnership there, I'm not going to read no more about that. That's good. It's what we want to see, a bit of news. Obviously 2 million, it's very much a drop in the ocean in terms of input, but the idea is there that there's people exploring it. If we can show what we can do, then you would imagine that the orders will start to feed into that. So I'm excited about that. More industry news, more pictures going up. See here, big operation. It really is. It's a slick looking site. And there's, you can see Ryan and the gang are all down on site having a good look around it, and it must be exciting for them. A real big future, big chapter coming up.
American Battery Technology Company has recently announced our Q4 2021 financial report. Here are the highlights. The construction, commission, and operations of our facility are the highest priority to us, and as such we have significantly increased the resources devoted to its execution, including the further internal hiring of technical staff, expansion of laboratory facilities, and purchasing of equipment. Correspondingly, while we have traditionally enlisted the services of many external advisors and consultants, the company has conducted a thorough review and has ended service agreements that are not critical to the execution of this mission. Total operating costs for the 3 months ending in December 31st, 2021 were $4.1 million, down 79% from the 3 months ending in September 30th. Total value of shares issued for services for the 3 months ending in December 31st were $1.7 million, down 90% from the 3 months ending in September 30th. The net impact of this increase in internal technical resources and decrease in external consulting services has resulted in an 80% decrease in total operating costs and a 90% reduction in the value of shares issued for services from the 3 months ending in September 30th to the 3 months ending in December 31st. That's
just a snippet there of if I haven't covered it in a video. We've been chatting about it in some of the group forums. Was it a Telegram? I can't remember what it was, but we had a detailed discussion about it. But it is what it is. The financial reports, in my opinion, don't really matter too much at this stage. As long as we're seeing the money being spent on the right progress and dilution doesn't happen, that's the key things for me in terms of a growth company. You know, we're not at the stage where we're going to be making billions and billions of pounds. That's not what the financial reports are going to tell you right now. They don't look too hot. But there's a lot of stocks like this that don't look too hot, and that's just what happens with growth stocks. You need to understand that. So it's a moot point. Yeah, good. There's a couple of the good highlights. The main thing is the deals that are being done and the money being spent right, and as he said, the reorganization of the commercial team. So that's all I'm looking for. Fundamental things that show progress. Kind of have to ignore the financials, and also you kind of just ignore the share price, in my opinion. Because it doesn't matter. It's not why we're buying. We're not buying the stock for the here and now. This article then just came out the other day. Secure the domestic supply chain. It says ABTC is highlighted in the Business Insider's top 4 battery recycling startups aiming to serve the US automakers. So if we go to the ABTC website, we can see a plant update then. Our progress timeline has moved on. February 2022, we are obviously in the construction stage as we know, and it says here, February the 8th, interior and exterior tilt-up walls have been erected. Progress is looking good. You can see the big site here. So where are we now? You can see this sort of big, huge structure is virtually all but complete. Need to get the roof on, and then we will have this front. So there is a considerable amount of time still to go, but it is very exciting to see that the actual frame of it, the ground, the slab, the rebar, a bit boring. It's good to see the structure. You can start visualizing this now. And again, I'll just reiterate, it's good to start seeing some of these deals come through. I mean, imagine when we have this plant and we have all these orders coming in and things will just get exciting. You know, they're not building this plant on a whim. They're building this plant because they know, they've done their market research, there is a demand there, and they're going to be able to fulfill it and deliver on their product. I'm really, really excited about ABML. Armour West Lithium expands its Railway Valley property as a result of positive geophysical findings. If you scroll down here, then you can see here, the Vancouver company, Lithium Exploration Development Company, is pleased to announce that the acquisition of 224 claims with American battery technology company. The acquisition increases the size of their claims. So we'll just skip all the technical stuff. Under the terms of the purchase, paid American battery technology an aggregate purchase of 175,000, comprising of 125,000 cash and 50,000 in common shares of the company. We have our foot in this company. We'll do a bit more due diligence into this. I'm excited about that because we know how big lithium's going to be, especially over the last couple of weeks, talking about all their miners that have been going to the moon, and within that, the mining sector is throbbing, absolutely throbbing. It's been doing phenomenally well over the last 6 months, as we know, but especially this sort of 6 to 8 week period. Huge gains all around the board. So lithium is the spot. Battery recycling is the spot. I'm a bit anxious about the fact that, you know, the whole Russia-Ukraine, not to go back to it again, they're talking about, oh, how are we going to get the oil? There's people saying, oh, we may get the oil rigs fired up and stuff. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I see that potentially as a small risk. I'm more hoping that they're going to go, listen, let's ramp up things that we're going to need in the future where we're looking to go. We're looking to go EVs, we're looking to be clean energy. Let's ramp up that rather than going back to the old ways to sort out our energy crisis. So fingers crossed that's the stage. But either way, there's no escaping this. These are long holes. These were 2030 plays, ABML, all our miners, all these stocks are 2030 plays in my opinion. So yeah. Just look at the progress at the year 2022. Where will this be come 2030? I would stagger a guess it'll be very good. Now, I'm not saying that there's no short-term money to be made on ABML, not at all. We drew these lines prior. We talked about, this is on the day chart, this is the ABML day chart. We talked about this being the next level of sort of support, top-up levels if you want to call it that. And we've sort of been in this channel. Now what's playing out here, and I learned this to my Discord members only today because I drew it last night. We can see here, there is a potential cup and handle playing out, and you can see it there. We'll go into, and we'll have a proper look at it this year. So I drew this on the day chart. Cup and handle, I say, has about maybe 75% win percentage, sort of, if it usually plays out. So you have to take that with a pinch of salt. But on the back of earnings, which is, we don't like to play earnings as much. So I bought yesterday on the back of this jump, which a lot of people are going, well, why would you jump on a day at 16%? Because I like to play this. Could be wrong, could be right. So we topped up in and around 0.7, 0.65, just a slight bit. So delighted with that, getting good return on that. And ABML for me now, I'm only 20% down, which is phenomenal because I was like 60% down. We've been riding it, but we've been riding it and patiently waiting for its head dip to buy, and we have done that. And I have loaded up a bit more yesterday at 0.99, which is considerably higher. But when things like this play out, I would rather roll the dice. At the end of the day, if I am wrong, I've still got ABML for under $1, which if you rewind to a year ago, you would have bit someone's hand off to get that. But this is what I've drew. Cup. You can see, here's our cup, here's our head, here is the handle, and this is a downward sort of channel. If you break that, then potentially you have got a lot of upside. So what I have done is I have bought here on the wrist. Now, we're not quite there. I probably would like this to be slightly more, but if we get a green day on Monday, I would say we have broke that. That is confirmation for me that we're going in the right direction. Things that are looking also good here is the MACD is about to cross over. So again, going back to another day's confirmation, and the RSI is going to the right direction as well, starting to go upwards, incline. I like that. I really do like that. Things that make me nervous about this trade still is the fact that the moving averages are still going downwards and we're not above that 200. However, what you'll see is my measure. So how do we measure the likes of a cupping handle? Well, you just pretty much draw a line from the bottom to the top, and then you take that as your measure. So I put that there, and I will say that will lift us above our moving averages. If this plays out, this is phenomenally good for ABML. It'll make the charts look so completely positive. It'll go in the right direction, and we are back, baby. I'm really excited about it. Don't want to get too excited about it. We've obviously got huge risks. Time of recording, it is Saturday. This could very well all be dead in the water come Monday morning if any risks come from Ukraine and all of that. But fingers crossed, that doesn't play a factor and there's no fundamental issues that come out. If it's just a business as usual and we're going into a trading day, this could be something to very much watch out for. You might not get it below $1 going forward from here. But I did talk about the actual market risks in my video yesterday about how the NASDAQ is sort of going downwards and stuff. But ABML in its entirety looks good. This is a great way to play out in this channel. We need to get above it, and for a cup and handle to potentially be playing really could show extra strength. So I'm excited about that. I'd love to get your thoughts. Is ABML going to go to the moon? Is this some sort of great reversal? Loving the news, the partnerships, this construction site. I will be covering ABML more frequently. Just for those that don't know, I have had a newborn son. He is only 7 weeks old today. So I've been very busy, very distracted. Promise you to get you more ABML on the regular. Please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. And if you're interested in learning how to do all these crazy things about the MACD and the RSIs, or even just get into the Discord, there is the links down below to do all that. I will catch you then. If not, I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.